Club Brugge 0, Arsenal 3, and that was as much as a professional performance as you could have got. Very comfortable, apart from maybe a spell in the second half and a spell just before half time, where, to be fair, they were testing David Raya a bit, but he was managing it comfortably. But we got the job done. We've all but solidified top 8. We're on 18 points now, 6 out of 6, with Inter Milan next, and can't remember who we're playing at home. But we put ourselves in such a comfortable state that we can afford to even rotate even more. Come the game at the San Siro, I think it's in January now, I think, because of all the fixture pile-ups that we've got. But listen, fair play to Arteta, fair play to the team for putting us in this position, because we played Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, Olympiacos, Bayern Munich, Slavia Prague. Some decent teams in there, and we've navigated it 6 out of 6. Yes, the performances at times haven't been pretty, but you got to give credit to the team in that we put a massive marker down on this league phase, and I think we are top. Of course, because we're the only team that have a perfect record. Would I want to see a perfect record throughout the whole thing? I would, but however, I understand that he's going to rotate at the San Siro, and I'm not quite sure what Inter Milan's situation is in terms of qualifying, because they might need to get the points, and even if we lose out there, it doesn't really matter. Let's just be real. But yeah, Club Brugge 0, Arsenal 3. Some very good goals. Some very, very good goals, actually, that we'll get into in a sec. But before we do, like, sub and share the content around, do whatever you have to do to help the channel grow. The lineup came out and we saw Norgard at centre-back. I was like, what is going on here? Because Calafiori was on the bench. He's not playing at the weekend. You could have probably put him at centre-back along with Nkapie. But no, I kind of thought of it as, you know what, having 2 aggressive centre-backs in there, that is not a good match at all. And to be fair, I thought Norgard played all right. His passing at times as well is actually really good. Passing out of the back, because obviously he's the midfielder, so his passing is going to be all right to a certain degree anyway. But yeah, there were some very good performances. Noni Madueke, that goal, by the way, that first goal. The fact that we've got a player who can just, you know, take a player on by himself and just slap it like that. You need them type of players in your team. And to be fair, I was not a massive fan of Madueke. I'm still not really a massive fan. I think there are still some weaknesses into his game. However, he is proving a lot of people wrong at the minute, because he has had some very good games for Arsenal. The only shit ones that he's really had is on the left, where he is rubbish there. But at this moment in time, we should not be playing Bukayo Saka. And speaking of Saka, Arteta, mate, do not bring this guy up in at 3-0 up. This guy is already ran into the ground as it is, and you're bringing him on in a game where you don't even need to bring him on. I get bringing Ethan on because he's hardly played, and he should be playing a lot more, in my opinion. However, don't bring Saka on. Like, this guy, when it comes to managing players' fitness, is absolutely pathetic, and you're seeing it again tonight. You didn't need to bring on Bukayo Saka, let's just be honest. But yeah, Madueke against Wolves, he's got to start at the weekend. Gabriel Martinelli, I'll go to him because he scored a very good goal as well. I don't think he was that great in the game. I think he was getting, he weren't getting the best out of the fullback at all. I think, if anything, the fullback was getting the better of him. But the one opportunity he had to just slap it in, he'd done it, and what a goal by Martinelli. He likes to do that, cut inside onto his right and just hit it. And even Madueke's second goal, good ball by Zubimendi, who I thought had a decent game tonight. There were some weaknesses in that midfield. Zubimendi, Marino, and Norgard. I thought Marino played all right today. It wasn't his normal shit performance in midfield, but at the same time, there isn't really much physicality because Marino can barely move. Zubimendi isn't really physical, and Ødegaard isn't physical like that, apart from when he's running. But Ødegaard, I thought he was all right in spells. I think he started the game really well, and he weren't really in it too much, but he was making some nice little touches, nice little give and goes in the midfield. But yeah, I do expect Ødegaard to start. I do think he will put Eze on the left again. Unfortunately, I think I just see Arteta doing that. The fact that it's a game against Wolves at home, they're not really a threat. We will probably smash them, but Yeah, I don't really be seeing that if I'm being completely honest. Hincapié, I thought he done decent to be fair. He was getting very tight to his man at times, paused. But that is just the way he plays it, a very aggressive centre back, similar to Gabriel. But yeah, I thought he done all right tonight. Ben White, I thought he played really well as well. I thought he played decent, and Ben White has been good for a decent number of games now. Against Brentford, not against Brentford, against Aston Villa, he weren't really that great. He was pretty crap actually, but yeah, he's gonna have to because he's gonna be definitely playing quite a few games now that we've got all these centre backs out injured. And then Lewis Skelly, I thought he played all right. He weren't really great, if I'm being completely real. It wasn't his best performance at all because he was given the I forgot his name, the number 9. He was given him quite a lot of time to run, and obviously Lewis Skelly not being a defender, there was going to bound to be space given up. But yeah, who else? Oh yeah, there's one guy who we got to talk about, Victor Gyökeres. Anonymous. It was like it wasn't like we were playing with 10 men, but he wasn't really doing a lot. I don't blame him, but at the same time, he's got to be making more runs. Like there were so many times where he could have made a near post run. He did one once. He forced a good sort of block from the centre back, but yeah, it's not looking great at the minute. I do blame him as well, but at the same time, we're not playing to the striker's strengths and nowhere near enough. And look, this guy can't link up play. He can't do all the other stuff like a striker does. This guy just wants to score goals, and the way we play and the way this manager's set up, he is going to die, and he's going to get a lot of criticism. Sometimes rightly so, sometimes it's not really in his hands, let's be real. And to be fair, he came off for Gabriel Jesus. It was nice to really see him back again. He was actually he looks decently sharp, and he almost scored a good goal as well. And to be fair, if Jesus maybe starts bagging at some point, and Havertz coming back in and maybe scores a few goals, Gyökeres is looking like a 4th choice striker, which ain't going to be nice for him. But yeah, it's a tough situation to be in. But we got the job done in Belgium. We've made ourselves in such a comfortable position. Fair play to all the team. And yeah, the only criticism I got tonight is the changes. Don't bring on Bukayo Saka when we're in that sort of lead. We don't need to do it because he's already been flogged to death as it is. We don't really need to do it again. But yeah, that is it from me. Like, sub, and share the content around. And I'll see you a lot for the preview tomorrow, I think. Is it against Wolves? Yeah. Games are coming thick and fast, and yeah, it's a busy time of year. All right, in a bit.